DPAU. A few months ago, I wrote a poem called African Acronyms, and the reason I wrote this poem is because I was very frustrated at all the questions I was getting, and that I still get up till today. Questions that will leave you drained. There's a common perception in so many Western countries uh, of how Africa is. People don't exactly know much about Africa beyond what is presented to them by the media. Africa is seen as the home, the home ground, whatever, of death and famine and poverty and just underdevelopment. And I'm not blind to the fact that there's so many problems and issues in Africa. We've got a long way to go. We've got issues that we must deal with from a grassroots level way up to the highest person in authority. But to have almost an entire population have such a biased view of a continent, an entire continent, it's really unfortunate, and it just makes my blood boil. I think more has to be done to educate people, and well, there are a lot of people on YouTube that have taken up this taken it upon themselves to try as much as they can to educate people via their videos of other issues that are in Africa, all the good stuff, and just try to paint a balanced picture. And one person I particularly enjoy is a girl called, she goes by 263 Kid, and she's got some great videos about the questions people ask about Africa, and she answers them quite well, very well actually. And I'll try to put up the link to her channel. She comes highly recommended. She doesn't just speak about Africa. Sorry. She doesn't just speak about Africa, but there's a lot of things she talks about. She is one smart kid, got a good head on her shoulders. So search 263 Kid. I'll put up the link to her channel, and right now let me share the poem. It's called African Acronyms, and I hope you enjoy it. And it goes like this. African Acronyms. AFRICA. Africa. Good things don't exactly spring to mind when people think of the cradle of mankind. Better images make people recoil and pity the poor that have their homes on the soil, right? So Africa is pretty much an acronym for hunger and all things grim. Listen to the newscaster at 10, a major broadcaster like CNN. A is for AIDS and animals that roam the roads. F is for fighting and constant wars. R is for rear ends that have no clothes. In broad daylight they walk around exposed. I is for ignorant simpletons, speaking their pagan language is where their knowledge ends. C is for corruption and constant plagues. C is for lazy bums that always expect aid. A is for, well, we've already covered this one. Remember AIDS and stuff? Refer to the first A above. That, of course, is one point of view, and according to those that purport it, it's entirely true. But this is how I see it. This is my take. Whether you buy it or not is another debate. After all, I'm fully qualified to speak for it. I grew up there and saw things the newscasters missed. A is for accepting that we still have work and rectifying the issues that cause us hurt. F is for fun-friendly people that are genuinely warm, not doers of evil. R is for resources that are in abundance, ranging from natural to man-made wonders. I is for intelligence, ranging from the arts to medicine. A 90% literacy rate in Zimbabwe doesn't exactly spell ignorance. C is for cities with cultural complexity, colorful towns bursting with energy, brought about by people of different ethnicities. A is for a whole lot more. Affluence isn't a foreign concept to our shores. Yes, that's true, contrary to popular reports. Now, I'm not saying you've got to believe me. A balanced picture is all I'm trying to paint, you see. Stop branding a continent with a single term. There's always two sides to a tale, and that's a life lesson to learn. That's it. That's the poem. Sorry about some of the parts where I was stuttering and I was choking and I didn't have a glass of water nearby. But leave your comments and do your best to check out 263 Kid. You'll be glad you did. I'm not just saying that because she's Zimbabwean, but yeah, that's part of the reason. But she's really smart. So yeah, do some research about Africa, and please, I mean, just try to educate yourself, because if you just believe and receive everything that the media feeds you, I mean, okay, that's it. Enjoy your evenings, day, whatever time it is there. Bye.